Good evening, everyone, or good morning, wherever you might be on this planet. Welcome to the Tom Numbers Show and to Sight Club. So I'm Tom Numbers, as some of you will know, and or Tom Sydney Bushnell, I should say, aka Numbers. But then people call me Tom Numbers. So I've got two fantastic guests with me. I've got Kristen and Jason from ARCANA SHORES, the Cosmic Twins, the card readers, the all things that's going on right now. So I've met Kristen. I nearly met Jason when we were in Anaheim. When was it? Was it October? It was October, I think it was. Yeah, but we're here now together. So welcome to the show, both of you. How are you?
Thank you. Doing good. Yes. Thanks for having us.
Well,
I'm
it's
doing
a pleasure. Welcome.
I'm doing great, Tom. We're going to be dropping some hot content tonight. We got Kristen, of course, with the cards, and we got Gematria with Tom Numbers. What better way to start off Christmas Eve with Tom Numbers in the Sight Club? We love it.
There you go. I like your trees. So maybe we should jump into this. So just before we started, we were talking about Elon. So Elon Musk comes to 110 in the numbers in simple gematria. So for new viewers, so people on my show will know or should know what we're talking about when we talk about numbers. But those that are coming over from ARCANA SHORES, so the gematria numbers is A is 1, B is 2, because it's the order of the alphabet, C is 3, all the way through to Z or Z, 26 letter, so equals 26. So when we spell out the word, for example, simple gematria, the two words, simple gematria, comes to 148, comes to Donald J. Trump. If we just do gematria, it comes to 74, which also comes to tarot. And then for others that believe comes to Christmas, sorry, not Christmas, it comes to Jesus, it comes to Muhammad, comes to Messiah, comes to DeLorean for the time machine in Back to the Future. I would like to talk about that. But we've got the word, or two words, Elon Musk, 110, comes to the word Christmas. It comes to the word president. So let's talk a little bit about Elon Musk.
Yeah.
I love it. So yeah, Elon Musk, he tweeted out on December 11th of this year. He stated that his pronouns, he says, my pronouns are prosecute and Fauci. So when I put that into the gematria calculator, Tom and Kristen, it came out to being Donald Trump will be president when we put that into the gematria calculator.
There you go. And that's in simple gematria, and it comes to 311. Is that right?
And the simple gematria is 311. That is correct, Tom.
Cool. Well, 311 makes you think of a certain date in 2020. We won't say too much on it, but and it's also a reverse of 11-3. Again, another date, depending on what side of the pond you are describing it. But 113 comes to trumpet, and it also comes to universe. And Twitter. So I just did a show. Well, depending on when people, you'll see very soon a show with Gene Ho, and I've spoken about this before. But are you big fans of Back to the Future movies?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We pull cards on it. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've spoken about this a few times, but I think it's worth mentioning because of the topic we're talking about. So do you remember towards the end of the very first Back to the Future film, you got Marty McFly and Emmett Brown, and they're trying to transport Marty back from 1955, and they want to send him back to the future because that's where he came from, back into 1985. And there's a storm coming, and there's all a kind of perilous, tantalizing, precarious thing. Are they going to be able to link everything up before the lightning bolt strikes or produce enough power, which is 1.21 gigawatts, to time travel and go back to the future? Right. And so just in the slight background of Marty when he's racing around trying to get the DeLorean car turned around, which is the time travel car. Actually, the word DeLorean, as I mentioned, comes to 74, which comes to tarot.
Oh.
And it also comes to gematria. And it also comes to Jesus. And it comes to English because we're speaking English together. It comes to the word simple because gematria is beautifully simple, but I think it's probably the most elegant and complex as well. But gematria is 74, and English is 74. Anyway, so he turns the vehicle around, but as you've seen him do that, just in the background, just behind him, there's a sign to a motel, and it's called Bluebird Motel.
Yes.
You've seen it, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Bluebird Motel. And then Bluebird Motel, the symbol for the Bluebird Motel is a bluebird. And what is the big social media platform that's very current right now that has a bluebird as their symbol? Twitter.
There it is.
There it is. And so it's been predicted and prophesied, I suggest even maybe through time travel, that the Bluebird Motel is included in Back to the Future because of a number of things, which I'll go through. So Bluebird Motel in the simple gematria, bearing in mind simple gematria, which is the numbers, comes to 148, which comes to Donald J. Trump. It also comes to Emmett Brown, the time traveler in Back to the Future. But Bluebird Motel comes to 138, which comes to Donald Trump. It comes to Elon Musk Bank. And we know that Elon bought Twitter with a lot of cash, supposedly, 44 billion. And it also comes to I Am Twitter, which is 138. So Bluebird Motel comes to Donald Trump, 138, comes to Elon Musk Bank, 138, and it comes to I Am Twitter, 138. And it also comes to JR President, so Junior President, which is also 138. And it's all there. And the people might say, oh, but how you can make it mean anything? Well, you can't, because in numbers, there's a lot of numbers it can be, but there's multiple, many more times numbers and phrases it cannot be, because it just doesn't add up. But the key is to this one is it's got the bluebird symbol, which is the symbol of Twitter. And there was a rumor put out this week, and I think I'm hoping it will be preparatory, because they did this whole thing with Elon and the buying of Twitter way back at the beginning of this year, around, was it March, April time? And I saw this and I did a thing on it, but then 107 saying, oh, Elon won't get it. President Trump himself even said, oh, Elon, he's not going to get Twitter. No, he won't get Twitter. And then President Trump, being President Trump, said, well, who knows, maybe. And he just kind of says it as a little footnote, but he knew. So he actually said, no. And then he went, well, maybe, let's see what happens. And obviously it did happen. Yep. So they kind of line it up, let us know. So I'm wondering if the thing about Don Jr. becoming head of Twitter may happen. Some other interesting numbers on this is Back to the Future comes to 176. Wizard of Oz also comes to 176. Real Tom Numbers, my Telegram channel, also comes to 176. But also Donald J. Trump, JR, also comes to 176. So wouldn't that be uncanny if we see at some point in the future that Don Jr. becomes the head of Twitter? So we'll see what happens. Maybe we can pull some cards on that, Kristen. Let's have a look. Do we see at some point Don Jr. becoming head of Twitter?
Ooh.
Let's have a look.
Give it to us straight, Christine.
Let me see you straight. Here it is. Oh, 3 of Wands. So yeah, going in a new direction. So it is a yes. That is a yes.
Okay.
King of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. So helping the people and spreading news. He's going to take over. I feel it.
Okay.
Wow.
Do we see anything on like kind of timeline on that? Are they just preparing us for this news? Will there be maybe a new CEO put in place for a number of months and then changes happen and then Don Jr. comes in? What do we think on that?
Yeah. Justice card, 10 of Cups. So I'm thinking this could be within the next year, 2023. So with this happening, after a lot of the drops come out and justice is served, that's, I think, when he takes over.
You know what? That's so interesting. You're getting a nice, beautiful glare on the cards they're reflecting. And also, when you said the word justice, so justice comes to 87, which comes to the word junior if you spell junior, the full word. So you said we've got the junior card, we've got the justice card, and you got the truth card, because truth is also that as well. And it's also a project. So it's a white hat project. So that's cool. We got the junior card, we got the justice card.
Wow, that's so cool.
Love it, Kristen. We love it.
Yeah, awesome.
And I'll get this. So, Jason, you said that the full phrase that what was it? You said, give us the 311 again. What was it?
It was my pronouns are prosecute Fauci.
Okay. And then I said that depending on what side of the Atlantic you are, that's a date. It could be, 11/3 or 11/3, but depends which way you look at it. And then I flipped it and said, so 311. Well, 311 goes to 11/3. Guess what Justice card comes to?
Yeah. Oh.
It comes to 11/3.
I love it.
So it comes to that reference that we first brought up. So it all seems to be intertwined. Yeah. Any other thoughts on that, Jason?
I would like to see how that would actually like play out. With Donald with Jr. becoming the CEO of Twitter. Like, how would that like work out, Kristen? Would he just be appointed by Elon Musk, or would he be voted on, or the board? Like, how would that look? Kristen, let me ask, is Elon Musk going to appoint Donald Trump Jr. to be the CEO of Twitter? Yes or no?
Here we go. Yes or no? Queen of Pentacles, that is a yes. Let's pull a few more. Four of Swords. So Elon surrenders and gives it King of Cups. So yeah, he anoints him. He brings him in. Yes. Wow.
Nice.
I love it. I love it.
And the Judgment card has the trumpet, as you had mentioned. It'll be an announcement. He'll be anointed. He'll be brought in. Yep.
That might just break the internet, Tom and Kristen, with Donald J. Trump Jr. Becoming the CEO of Twitter. That just might make all of those, we'll call them snowflakes melt, if you know what we mean. 1,000%.
So you just said something really on point again, Christian. You said, so talking about anointed. So there's two things with this. So if we look at Junior plus Twitter, so Junior plus Twitter is comes to 202. It comes to it's the ripple effect, which is a key phrase in Back to the Future. Emmett Brown says it's the ripple effect and everything changes.
Yeah.
But also you said that you talked about anointed, the anointed. So the anointed comes to 115, which comes to the word Twitter.
What?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
We love it, Tom.
That's so cool.
So it seems like that could well be the case. I think they're lining it up. It's going to be a home run whenever it happens. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, as well, something else that they did with this is where are we? So when Elon Musk put out, I don't know, seems like less than a week ago. I think it was literally about a week after the evening of the World Cup final. We know that him and Jared Kushner were at the World Cup final, or their doubles or actors, whatever. Anyway, we saw imagery of that. But he put out this poll, didn't he, saying, giving the thought into the consciousness of, I'm going to step down and I'll honor the vote. So he said it was 57%. So 57 is Tesla. Elon Musk Tesla, but as in Nikola Tesla as well. 57 is human. 57 is golden, as in the golden age. England as well, where I am, 57. And interesting enough, that card that you brought up with the judgment card, Kristen, I know the one that Janine uses. So can you show that one? Can I see that?
I could pull it out again. I shuffled. Oh, where did it go? Yeah, it looks the same as Janine's, but it's gold.
Does it have the flag?
It does. I just have to find it. I'm sorry.
Okay. So you got the trumpet on the judgment card. You got the trumpet, and you've also got the flag. Now the flag is actually the St. George flag. It's the flag of England. It's not the Union Jack. It's the actual flag of England. And that takes you all the way back to things like Knights Templar, and people freak out. It's like a lot of these things all started off with good intentions and origins, and I think there were a lot of good digital soldiers that were part of the original good Knights Templar. Knights is 88 actually, which is Trump.
Oh, wow.
1969 checkmate, people financial, enjoy. But Knights with an S is 88, Trump. And then Templar is 85, which is Awakening. So Knights Templar or Trump Awakening is 173. But going back to that card, so the reason I mentioned that was I'm trying to think why I was going to mention that now. What were we saying just before that?
It has the flag and the trumpet.
Yes. Yeah. So there was another reason to that. And what was the one we did that before? So I was trying to point out that it was the English flag.
Yes, it is.
Oh no, the 57. That's it, 57%. So you pulled up that judgment card. Okay,
Yep.
so you've got the trumpet, and it's also got the flag. But the flag is of England. It's the English flag.
Yep.
And England, it comes to 57, but you've got 57%, which is the number that locked in that Elon said, yeah, I will honor this vote and I will change, I'll put someone else in as the CEO. But if you do the word percent, it's 81, which comes to the word tower. So I know you get the tower card in the tarot, but it also makes me think of Trump Tower, etc. There's also dollars. But anyway, 57%, so 57 plus 81, it comes to 138, which comes to Bluebird Motel, Donald Trump, I Am Twitter, and Elon Musk Bank again. So even this whole theme of it being predicted in the Back to the Future movies by the White Hats, it's also there in what Elon is putting out there in real time, but the tweet 57%, because 57% equals 138, which equals Donald Trump, I Am Twitter, Elon Musk Bank, and Bluebird Motel. So it's all there again. They're doing, it's all on time. Yeah. And Donald J. Trump is Donald J. Trump Jr. Jr. is 176 Back to the Future.
Wow.
There it is.
Donald J. Trump Bank is also 176 Back to the Future. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom, can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking your work while you're doing this. How can you do all these numbers in your head? Like, this is amazing. Like, your head is like a human calculator.
Yeah, so it's a good question, Jason. Basically, I think probably the biggest thing is, I think doing numbers, like if you have a good intention, it flows through you. But doing the calculations, so I'm not the greatest of mathematicians. I've said this a number of times. So I can do things in my head, but it's easier if I punch them out on the calculator quicker. I can still feel the cogs in my mind when I'm trying to work, adding things up. But I think one of the biggest things with it is I'm good at seeing around corners and connecting the dots on a number of things in a number of fields. And the other thing with it is, and you'll probably know this, Kristen, when you do readings, I go with the first things that pop into my mind, just like Janine does when she does her cards. So when you're in the flow of it, it just pops in. And so I just go with the first thing that comes into my mind. And I have a lot of reference points now, so I can connect the dots quickly on a lot of it. But that's how really it works, Jason. It's the first few things that come into my head.
Well, you have a
revelation to download,
You have a brilliant mind, Tom. I'm very impressed.
Thank you, buddy.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's how it works. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Fascinating. Yes.
So let us see. What do you think? What do you see happening over the next, say, couple of weeks, maybe a month or two, in relation to this whole thing with Twitter? In fact, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the Fauci question. This is what I wanted to mention. So, are you guys familiar with the 3 Back to the Future films? Have you seen them a number of times, or are they fairly? You have? Okay. So you'll like this one. So if you go to the other thing as well, I should say, is 88 miles per hour in Back to the Future is the time. It's the speed you need to travel at to time travel.
Right.
And 88 equals the word Trump in simple gematria. And simple gematria is the way to say it. You can call it gematria, which is 74, which is DeLorean, which is gematria, which is tarot, which is Jesus, Messiah, Muhammad, English, simple, all those things. You can call it simple gematria, which equals 74 plus 74, because the word simple is 74, which is 148, which is Donald J. Trump. And you can also call it simple English gematria, which is 74, 74, 74. And that comes to 222, 1,000 years apiece. And it also comes to Winter White House. And it also comes to Wyndham, New Yorker, which is the brand name and the name of the Tesla Hotel in Manhattan. So there's all these 222s. And a lot of people, when they get into numbers, they'll see divine angel numbers as 222 or 333 or 555. So that's something a lot of people can recognize. But going back to the Future, so yeah, 88 miles per hour, you have to time travel at that speed. Also, if you spell out the word 88 miles per hour or the sentence, it comes to 282, which comes to transition to greatness. And that's one of President Trump's favorite phrases. And also, if you cast your mind back to last month, Tuesday, November 15th, and he announced it specifically. He said Tuesday, November 15th. He was at Mar-a-Lago and he said, basically, it starts now. He had this big announcement laden with comms. But that also comes to 282, which is 88 miles per hour. And so he started that revving up the gears at Mar-a-Lago. But then if you fast forward and go to Back to the Future 2, you're like this, Jason, in regards to what your opening statement was with the Twitter tweet about what Elon said and who he said it about. So do you know the part where Marty is in the future in 2015 and he sees the hologram of the shark of the Jaws movie?
Yes.
So it's a big thing. You know, back in the day, you had Jaws 1 or Jaws and then Jaws 2, Jaws 3D, Jaws 4 with a Michael Caine, I think, was in that one. Anyway, so they're extrapolating. There's going to be this whole franchise movement of all these movies, and it's going to get up to Jaws 19. So this is the really interesting thing. So the word Jaws, Jaws, when you translate that word into Italian, so the Italian word for Jaws is Fauci.
Get out of here.
Fauci, yeah. So you got, and the number of the film is Jaws 19. So you've got Jaws 19, Fauci 19, and then you've got COVID 19 because he was all, you know. So you can see how they put that in the movie. So it's there. And the interesting thing is it comes down as this hologram shark, but it dissolves into nothing. It scares Marty, but then he realizes, it was just an illusion. It was just this, you know.
Right.
And then if you go to the third movie, so do you remember they're back in 1885 and there's Clara Clayton and Emmett Brown. So that's the romantic couple and they're sitting under the stars and they've got a golden telescope and they're looking up at the stars. Are you familiar with that scene? It's kind of like a love bit with the two lovers, with Clara Clayton and Emmett Brown. And it's just a little romantic scene under the stars. And it's kind of like a pause in the movie. They're just, you know, relaxing. But she says something that doesn't mean anything to the population, global population, until we went through the events of spring 2020. Because she just says it randomly. It's not connected to any part of the film. She says, when I was 11 years old, I had a dream that my father told us that we had to go into quarantine for 3 months.
Whoa.
So.
My God.
Yeah, they put it in the film. They put it in the film that it. Yeah.
I forgot all about that scene and that line. That is incredible.
Yeah.
They're throwing it right in our face.
Yeah, it's right there. And the thing is, it wouldn't have made any sense to any of us. We wouldn't have even heard it, other than the only reason I picked that up is after we'd gone through the 3 months or so, they opened cinemas up in 2020 in summer. And it's almost like Donald Trump put all these old movies up for me to go and watch. It's like Tom go and decode them, basically. So I went and watched them. It was like watching brand new movies. I've always loved the movies, but it was like watching them on a big screen, which I did. Brand new movies. And those nuggets were in there of, quarantined for 3 months. Wow. What's that got in relation to anything, you know?
Nothing.
But we know afterwards what it means. And so the point of it is that, as with all of it, people are aware of predictive programming movies, and usually the kind of darker side of it. But the white hats, the Q team, time travel, Trump, all of them, I believe, have been putting those things also kind of on the back, just on the side, and then it becomes clear once we've gone through those processes. The other thing about it is Clara Clayton in Simple Gematria comes to 125, which comes to Dark to Light, which comes to John Kennedy, and it comes to 8th Avenue, where the Tesla Hotel, the New Yorker Hotel in Manhattan is, which is another important marker on the board. So yeah, Back to the Future is a key set of films, and I'm sure across the globe they're going to be showing those. So they already started showing them again this week in the UK. I'm sure they'll do it throughout the US and Europe and Australia and elsewhere.
Wow, you cracked the case big time.
We've got to crack it, yeah, crack it. So that's
incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah, the three, and there's a load of other codes in there as well. So another one is, with Biff and the Almanac.
Yeah.
Old Biff in Back to the Future 2, and old Biff is talking to new Biff, and new Biff doesn't realize the value of the Almanac. He's like, knucklehead, like, kid, listen to this.
Yes.
And he's like, what, old man? And anyway, so he's like, yeah, what's this book or this, this catalog? He throws it behind. Old Biff says no, and he tunes in, and they listen to it's either a sport, no, it's a football game. I think it's an American football game, and there's one team that's losing, and he says, well, that doesn't matter, they lost, old man, it's not, it's incorrect. He says, listen, and then right at the death, the winning team wins 1917, so they pull it back, and 1917 is the reference to JFK, when JFK was born. It's just like when President Trump in front of Fauci and Birx and all the rest of them would say to the press, well, the Spanish flu of 1917. Now, people know that the Spanish flu wasn't 1917, it was 1918. Mm-hmm. But when he's saying 1917, he's referencing the birth of JFK. So he's telling everybody this is all about this. Another thing going back to JFK is, so when I think I can say this phrase, I won't say it too many times, but when the coronavirus descended upon the earth early 2020, if you do the coronavirus, it equals 188, which comes to Close Encounters, it comes to Jesus of Nazareth, and it comes to President Kennedy. And so when that descended upon the earth, there was also another positive com on the flip side of it. And then they changed it. They changed it to COVID-19. They changed the name. So it went from one thing, but why did they open with that? Because it's something biblical, something, it's the age of Aquarius. It's all these things, which whatever people think or what their belief system is, it's this one crucible of the golden age coming together. And it was 188, which is Close Encounters. So we're going to see more in terms of off-world stuff. If people haven't seen it yet, get ready, it's coming. And 188 on the religious stuff is Jesus of Nazareth, but it's also President Kennedy 188. And it's also Show Me the Money. So it's the revaluation 188. Yes. It's all of those things. But it's all of the things, whether it's tarot, whether it's religion, whether it's non-religion, whether it's just spirituality, whether it's consciousness, whether it's whatever it is, nothing can stop what's coming, nothing can stop what's happening. And it was symbolized by 188. 1 times 88 is 88, Trump again.
Yeah.
It's all there. It's all
very fast, very fascinating, very epic, Tom. Amazing.
Yes.
So did you have another question, or either connected to what we've been discussing or something else in a different direction that you wanted to bring up, Jason, and we can maybe have a look at it in the cards with Kristen?
You know what? I think a lot of people are kind of waiting for a lot of drops, if you know what we mean, and a lot of this information to come out open in the public. So, Kristen, I would like to know about, and we've been talking about this on our show for a while, we need like all of this stuff to happen under Brandon's watch. When is Brandon going to be exiting the Casa de Blanco, Kristen? When is he going to be exiting the White House? Let's talk about Brandon.
Okay. Ooh. It could be really soon. Divinely guided, and the chariot is fast. So it's coming soon. Let's see. Pull some more. We have the Judgment card again, and the Emperor, the Mr. T card.
We love it.
It's happening soon. Divinely guided, and the chariot is fast. Yes. Mr. T.
We are expecting a lot of things to occur, and Kristen is saying, she is not deviating from what she is saying about Brandon and the son of a Brandon, that SOB, son of a Brandon, will be exiting or going down together off this earth plane, if y'all know what we mean. Entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really, Tom.
You say about let's go, Brandon, so that phrase. So just on the numbers on it without the apostrophe, but let's go, Brandon comes to 146. That comes to Truth Social. It comes to Ivanka Trump. It comes to Dove Time Machine, because we've talked about the Dove in recent shows on my channel about the Dove and White Dove Society. Dove Reversal is 146, but also New Jerusalem is 146. And a lot of people talk about the New Jerusalem being this huge galactic ship that is going to descend and connect with the Earth, which will be part of the transition to greatness, taking us from where we are to the future, the glorious future. But yeah, let's go Brandon 146. Brandon comes to 68, which is Mar-a-Lago as well. Ooh. And on the flip side, which is funny when you look at it. So Joe Biden comes to 107. Joseph Biden, I should say. So Joseph Biden comes to 107, which comes to Trump's. It comes to military and it comes to Guantanamo. So, they're punking each other with the numbers. And he's got Trump's, he's in Trump's pocket anyway. We know that, optically it doesn't look like that for the world, but they are beginning to question. I was at a family function just yesterday for Christmas, and some of my relations were saying stuff without me saying it. They were just bringing stuff up like they don't believe the news. They know things are fake now, and they can see that. And so it's nice, it's refreshing, because we've been talking about these things for a while, but bit by bit, and I think it's beginning to get wider, and I think it's beginning to start to grow exponentially, that more and more people are realizing, hang on, this isn't the case. Not everything is as it seems, and hopefully we'll see that change, that exit. Yeah. I've got a question actually. Talking of Guantanamo, so Derek Johnson was bringing this up, and he was saying that the New York Times, so a big publication that everybody knows, did an article. I think it was a year, maybe 2 years ago. They said that in 2023. We would see military tribunals publicly, and it was referencing to Gitmo, etc. And so I've had some good comms on that, and I've done stuff with others on shows about it. But can we look at that? Is that what do your cards say in relation to that, Kristen? Are we going to see? Are the public going to see public military trials, military tribunals during 2023, or some part in 2023?
Yeah, definitely with the star card. And the star card is January, so the end of January. And this is, going to battle or defensive energy. And then this is the Page of Wands. So yeah, that's a definite yes that we will see. Mm-hmm.
Yes. The word January as well is 90, which is boomerang. I know the article seemed to indicate that the summer, maybe things were start, but also the word summer is 89 and the word winter is 89. So maybe it's comms on that. Maybe it'll come quicker than we think. But you got a yes on You got a yes on the 2023. The other thing about that is, so if you do the two words military tribunals, it comes to 223. And so in gematria, you can drop the 0. I like to keep them open, but you can do that. And so the year 2023, if you drop the 0, it becomes 223, which comes to it comes to global financial reset, actually GCR, which is cool, which is great. And it also comes to military tribunals, which is 223 as well, the year of 223. So that's going to be really cool. Yeah. Yeah.
So cool. Yep.
That's beautiful. We can't wait. We cannot wait for all this stuff to come out in the open, Tom. We are anticipating major news coming out very shortly.
Yeah. And do we see, let's have a look at this. So it feels that the whole thing with Twitter and with the Twitter files, that feels like it's a platform that I believe all things have been changed anyway. I think they're all under white hat control. That's my thoughts. President Trump said, I've drained the swamp, I caught them all. No one else could have done it by me. So I take everything that President Trump says to literally, but also metaphorically as well. But I believe in when he says that. So the rest of it, we're seeing what needs to be done. But is Twitter like the front runner? Will there be other platforms, other medias, like other social, but things like just normal TV channels? Will they start to be places that we're going to see things like dumps of information, Twitter files sort of stuff? Is it going to be just Twitter, the bluebird on its own singing, or we're going to see others join in that flip?
I think so. I think we will see other platforms, definitely like Truth Social, but Twitter for sure is the strongest one with the strength card.
Okay. Cool. Good. And YouTube comes to 109 actually, which spells the word 17. Rumble comes to 71, which is a mirror of 17, the number. So yeah, bring it on.
Kristen, I have a question to ask on this topic. The Twitter files themselves, is this going to be the takedown? Is this going to lead to the perp walk of Son of a Brandon and the laptop from you know where? Entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really.
Here we go. Ooh, it is a yes. Definitely. So both of them. And look, we got the death card too. 4 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. It is a yes, though. But it's going to cause a lot of conflict, for sure.
Did you get a Hanged Man again when we were talking about Son of a Brandon? Tom, we pulled cards on Son of a Brandon so many times, and every time it comes out is a Hanged Man. And Kristen is saying that is what is going to happen to Son of a Brandon. Entertainment purposes only, of course, but not really.
Yes, that is correct. And sorry, I'm like losing my voice.
You are.
It is so true.
Wow.
That's at least 3 times already, Kristen, that you pulled cards on Son of a Brandon about the laptop, how he could be perp walked, and then what is going to actually happen to him, entertainment purposes only, with that Hanged Man.
That's right.
Huh.
This is not the first time. This is the 3rd time. This is a different show, different deck. Amazing.
Different day. Yeah.
That's very interesting because so there's a couple. So if you do Hunter Biden laptop, it comes to 200, which comes to like a thief in the night. So it looks like it's going to be quick. I know you do some other cards, maybe not in direct relation to that, but talking about things going to be quick. And that also comes to Westminster Abbey. Interesting enough, that's where Diana was supposedly buried. And it also comes to Mount Rushmore. So we've had comms on Mount Rushmore, and I think we've got more coming from Mount Rushmore. But if you do the Hunter Biden laptop, and I think we can talk freely about it now because the rest of the world is, but that comes to 233, which comes to, maybe we won't say it too many times, but I think we're okay talking about it. So 233 comes to John Fitzgerald Kennedy. It comes to the 10 days of darkness. Darkness also comes to 91, which is future, which is liberty. So it could be the 10 days of liberty, but it also comes to POTUS and it comes to Space Force. It could be the 10 days of POTUS and it also could be the 10 days of Space Force. So that being said, 233, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the Hunter Biden laptop. You said about the hanged man. So I've done the numbers on that. Hanged with a HANGED comes to 39, which is Angel, but it's also Big Ben. There's something going to happen with Big Ben at some point. I don't know what it's going to be in England, the big clock tower, because that's the Great Awakening. It was 169. It's Elizabeth Tower, Trump Tower. That's the real name of it, the technical name. But the hanged man, so hanged is also 10, as in a 5-5, like a military comp. 10 is a big number. It's 5 and 5. 5 plus 5 is 10. When you spell the word hanged, 39. When you spell the word 10. So the hanged man actually comes to 100. 100 comes to time machine, but it also comes to the word reversal. So I was looking at the Hunter Biden laptop is 233. Add the word the hanged man or reversal. So the Hunter Biden laptop reversal, because up until this point, well, it's been seeping out, but the majority of the world don't believe there's any issue with it. It's been suppressed, as we're seeing now from the Twitter files. We knew it before, but it's been confirmed. So the Hunter Biden laptop plus the hanged man or the Hunter Biden laptop reversal comes to 233 plus 100, which comes to 333. 333 is a super powerful number. It actually comes to Donald Trump as the king of the world.
Wow.
But it also, there's a huge 33 as you drive physically across the water to President Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago. So there's a building. I saw this not this year, I haven't been there, but last year I was. And if anyone knows Palm Beach or West Palm Beach, you've got the kind of mainland bit, and then you cross the bridge over to actually Palm Beach, where Mar-a-Lago is, to the peninsula. And just prior to it, just before you get to the bridge, there's this huge building, and it's a dentist building. Building comes to 78, which is Kennedy. The word dentist is 91, which is future, which is POTUS, which is liberty. So you've got POTUS, Kennedy, you've got the building, but then you've got the 333, and the 333 comes to Donald Trump is king of the world, but it also comes to, which I didn't know until we've just done it now, it comes to the Hunter Biden laptop, the hanged man, and it also comes to the Hunter Biden laptop, the reversal, i.e. the reversal and the truth reveal on what it actually is. And that's 333. And there's another 333 that I can't remember off the top of my head, but it seems relevant that it's right there. 333 is right, literally just before you cross the water, and when you get to President Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago. And Mar-a-Lago is a big key of all of this right now, So everything is percolating to this top truck moment where I think it's going to be like the House of Cards is going to collapse, but 333 is a major part in it, and it's a super powerful angel number anyway for people.
Yeah, definitely, yeah,
Absolutely.
Wow.
Can we look at that actually,
Let's do it.
Kristen?
Sure.
Do you get any feelings about that number that was put there as a marker on President Trump, just across the water from President Trump's home in Mar-a-Lago? 333. It doesn't seem coincidental to me. It seems deliberate. Well, it's divine. I think it's divinely Space Force deliberate, in my opinion.
So it is a yes, and there's other things around there too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So divinely placed. Yes.
Brilliant.
We're gonna have to check that out. Wow.
Yeah. Well, it's worth looking at. What's that, buddy?
I loved it. That's amazing, Kristen.
Oh,
Amazing.
gotta look when we go.
Yeah, you'll see it when you drive up across the bridge before you get to Mar-a-Lago, just on the left. Big block building. It's a dentist, and it's 333. You can't miss it. Yeah. So what have we looked at that already in terms of with the laptop? Have we looked at that do we get any kind of indication on sort of timescales to to look at with that? Did we get a feel on that?
Look. Time frame. Pretty soon.
Pretty
So,
soon.
yeah, I'm feeling like the number 4 or 14. I don't know why, but it came to me. So I wonder if it's January 14th or if it's like February 14th. I'm not
Valentine's
sure.
Day.
Yeah, could be.
A reverse love letter. Yeah.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah.
4. Wow. Okay.
Let's hope it's January. Christian.
I hope so. Yeah. It could be.
That's interesting that you. So you said you've got a 14 and a 4. So the word 14 comes to 104. That actually comes to Jerusalem. It also comes to Starlink. So we can know Elon's got, Starlink. But then the word 4 comes to diamond, but it equals 60. So if you do 14 plus 4, I mean, you could do the 18, that's R, but if you do, and just in terms of the numbers, but if you spell the word 14, it's 104, plus the word 4, that comes to 60, so that's 164. 164 actually comes to how would we say this? Yeah, the mothership. That's 164, as in the New Jerusalem. We mentioned that earlier. But if you do the Hunter Biden laptop, that's 233. Take away 164. That leaves you with the remainder, which is 69, which is checkmate. So it's interesting you've got those two numbers. So maybe that is a checkmate move, when that all comes out. I think they will be simultaneous, but that could be the trigger of checkmate. And 69 is also people, and it's also financial. And I feel that somehow all of these things are they're all tied together, aren't they? They're all tied together on the chessboard. The pack of cards, the house of cards, they're all, one goes and then they all go. Yeah.
Interesting.
I love it. The House of Tarot cards, Kristen. You are definitely bringing down the dark deep pull, one card pull at a time. We love it.
Yes. Even with my voice going. Yep.
Yeah.
The House of Cards, yeah. The House of Tarot cards. Oh, that's a good one, Jason. The House of Tarot cards is 241. And that comes from President John F. Kennedy. And in the film Tenet, have you seen the film Tenet?
Oh dear, I don't think I have.
It's a Christopher Nolan film. He's a white hat director. He did Inception, all the Batman Dark Knight series.
Oh, okay.
Interstellar, Dunkirk's 88 Trump. Tenet is 64. 8 times 8 is 64. And it's also spades, as in the top suit of cards. But anyway, Tenet, there's a point there. They talk about the plutonium-241 for this nuclear event, which has been. Let's look at. That's a good point. That's a good segue. Let's have a look. So nuclear, just so people are clear, the word nuclear. I, for starters, don't believe we're going to. If there's something like that, it will be a scare event. It won't be real.
Right.
They've got things like Project Bluebeam that can do stuff. There's probably other stuff that we don't know about. But I think it might be a jolt to just kind of get everyone over the goal line in terms of questioning stuff. But the word nuclear comes to 74. The word tarot comes to 74. The word energy comes to 74. The word gematria comes to 74. The word Jesus comes to 74. So it could be a come to Jesus moment. If it's a nuclear event, it could be come to tarot. It could be come to gematria. It could be any of these things. It could be Messiah, Muhammad, whatever it is, whatever your flavor of a choice is, they're all the same. They all equal the same value. I think Jewish as well is even 74, if I remember rightly. But so this scare event, also in Terminator 2. Are you a fan of Terminator 2, Jason?
Yes, definitely.
So they talk about Judgment Day in that film.
Mm-hmm.
And Judgment Day is August 29th.
Yes.
And the 241st day of the year is August 29th.
Mm.
For ages, I was thinking, it's going to be August 29th that's going to happen. And but if you spell the word or the phrase August 29th, it comes to 261. 261 comes to the United States of America. It also comes to November 22nd. November 22nd is the day of JFK in 63. And it also comes to August 31st, which is the date of Diana in 1997. And Arnold Schwarzenegger says on August 29th, 1997. So he says it there, but he says it in code.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened to her in Paris. And Paris is 63. And 63 is the day Friday. And 63 is the year of JFK on November 22nd. Wow. And that happened on a Friday, which was 63. And 63 is also 11. And you had the 11-11 order that he did just a number of months prior to that. So it goes on and on. And also it happened in the Alma Tunnel. Alma is 27, which is code, which is JFK. And so she's with us as well. Anyway, people know that I've said that a number of times. But how do we get to that? You said 241. What was it you said just prior to that led me to that number?
It was the like a tarot, the deck of cards,
Oh yeah, that was it. The tarot house of cards.
Yeah.
Tarot house of cards is 241. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun. Gematria and tarot's fun. Yeah. House of Cards. So this is interesting. House of Cards. So house is 68 Mar-a-Lago. It's Baron. It's Market. It's Stock. House of is 89, which is it's summer. It's winter. It's the V word, VIRUS. But then Cards is 45, which is President Trump. He's 45th president. But then the House of Cards is 167. And President Trump came down the escalators on the 167th day of the year. And it's also King of the World. And we spoke about King of the World just a few moments ago. So can you see how all this works? It's like Jason says, House of Cards, and then he says, well, the House of Cards, and then the House of the House of Tarot cards. So it takes us from one thought to another, but they all confirm what we've been talking about just a few minutes ago. So
yes, do it, 45. Do it. We are anticipating some big events happening, Tom and Kristen. Cannot wait.
45. Yeah. 45 is 126, John Connor. So if you spell the word 45, it's 126, John Connor.
Come on, Tom. Get out of here, Tom. Come on. You're showing off now. That's amazing.
Well, here's my show.
I love it. We love it.
Yeah, you got to come over to our house.
I say that in tongue in cheek. No, but it is. And 126 is 107. Sarah Connor's 126. Yeah. That's okay. Do you have any thoughts or intuition, Kristen, on people that we might see from the other side of the veil becoming public, like actual public, not like kind of in a mask or in a dress or a headscarf or sunglasses, but do you get any feeling on any particular people that we're going to see in 2020? Well, maybe now, but say throughout 2023, are we going to see some of the witness protection program entrants or candidate or people in it coming forward and actually telling their story?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see what the cards will show. That's crazy. So again, we get the Judgment card, the Chariot coming towards us. So yeah, I think possibly Diana, JFK Jr. I do.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do.
Hopefully soon.
Yes.
The thing about that as well is Diana. So if you spell Diana is AUG, which is August, the abbreviation of August 29. But if you do, it says as well on August 29 in Terminator, that's 29, 29, 29, because on is 29. August, AUG is 29, and then what was it? August 29.
It was
Trying to think of another one. Forget that. I've got myself confused there. But Diana. So Diana Spencer equals 109 when you spell it out. That comes to the word 17 when you spell it out. That comes to the word Zapruder, as in the JFK film when you spell it out. And it also comes the word witness. And talking of witness protection and them coming back. And also my channel, Site Club, equals 109. But I chose that prior to all of this. I didn't know this when I chose it. So it was, it seemed to be all divinely timed and guided. But that would be awesome. That'd be great if it's this year, 2023.
Yeah,
Say again, sorry, Kristen.
it's time for them to come out.
It's time. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, time is 47, John.
Oh.
And it's France. And that's where Diana, exited. How about this? How about this as a thought? So, yeah, let's have a look at this. Okay. So, Diana passed in. There's two ways to look at this. So it's France. France is 47, John. French is 54, which is love, which is bonds. Add those together, that's 117, I believe. No, let me correct that. Is it? No, it's not. That's 101. That's immortal, actually. So I think there's one way you could look at that, seeing that Diana's immortal. She's not passed. But if we look at this in terms of, so we're in Christmas right now. France, Paris is 63. France is 47. If you add those together, that comes to 110. That comes to president. It comes to the Christ. It comes to magic power. It comes to Christmas now. But if you do Alma, so where she went, that tunnel, it was Alma. I think it was Alma Point Neuf. It was Alma Tunnel. Alma's 27 JFK. So if you do Alma plus Paris plus France, that comes to 137. 137 comes to President JFK. 137 comes to the word 17th. It also comes to Washington, D.C. I'm just wondering where and when would Diana return? Because I think it will be spectacular.
It could be January 17th, 2023.
Really?
Could be.
Can you take us through your thinking on that?
Yeah, please.
I don't know. It came to me just like the 14 and the 4. I don't know.
Okay. So January 17th, that would be 227. That makes sense. So 227 comes to that comes to a date as well. So maybe January, or it also comes to 11th of September is 227. Sorry, correction. September the 11th, I should say. September the 11th comes to 227, but it also comes to the New Yorker Hotel. And I've had things about that. When I stayed there last year, I was doing codes on, and I was getting a connection. But there's a ballroom there, and I kept getting this kind of vision of all the who's like John F. Kennedy Jr., Princess Diana, and others. That there could be this kind of regal gathering of all these stars to come out, and I was getting a feeling that it could be at this ballroom, which is on the basement floor at the New Yorker Hotel. And the New Yorker Hotel comes to 227. So that's interesting that you've brought that up, Kristen. Another one could be Rushmore. So maybe Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore might even be a more powerful place because I guess it's more grandiose. So Rushmore comes to 117, which would be January. So 1 and then 17. So maybe there. And the other thing about that is, so Westminster Abbey, where you're right. Well, let's have a look at, so Westminster, I said this earlier in the show, so Westminster Abbey, or it could be Trump Tower, because Fifth Avenue is 117 as well.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's the Trump Tower, the Great Awakening. But if you do, so Westminster Abbey, where she supposedly was buried, is 200, which is like a thief in the night. So that also could be this miraculous kind of global event of she's here. And also Mount Rushmore comes to 200, which is Westminster Abbey, like a thief in the night. But the word Rushmore is 117. And you were saying how that number just kind of popped into you, come to you. So that could be, wow.
Yeah, I hope so. Ooh.
Do we get any indication on where she may appear from?
I'll pull some cards. Let's see if the cards
Yeah.
show.
See what feels, or if you get any thoughts on it.
Cool. So I think what I'm getting intuitively, she's going to be announcing a lot about the dark, exposing the dark.
Right.
So maybe the ballroom, maybe somewhere, or Mar-a-Lago or something.
Huh.
Yeah. To make an announcement. Yeah. Interesting.
Wow.
It's a big event. Yeah.
Wonder what day is 17th of January next year?
It's a Tuesday.
Is it?
On a Tuesday.
Okay. So Tuesday. So yeah, January 17th. So 227 plus 25. Huh. Ooh.
Epic news.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So Tuesday, January 17th comes to 322. And that's the skull and bones number. And we know that they're punking them on they're taking their numbers because Q as one has been showing. I think that, they liked the 17 number, but we took it as our own and we took it back off of them. So going back to one of the films, I mentioned the Batman films, Christopher Nolan. So in The Dark Knight Rises, there's an event at a stadium. They're playing football, American football, and it implodes. There's an explosion and the pitch basically descends. There's the quarterback running, and he scored a touchdown. Looks behind him. There's the whole thing has disappeared. But in that scene, there's box 322, and that's kind of got the executives, the mayor and stuff, and they get taken out. And the stadium comes to Justice, is 87. It comes to Truth. It comes to Stella. It comes to Junior. And maybe, who knows? Maybe that is indicating. I didn't know that's a 322. That's a skull and bones. That would be a reversal, and it would be happening in the year 2023. So 2023 is a reversal of a 322, which is the skull and bones. So Tuesday, January 17th comes to 322, which is the skull and bones. And what better way to kind of and you said she's going to be revealing the stuff that, the dark and people, that's the thing, people would believe her. They'd be like, where's Diana got? Oh, she's back and she's telling us what's gone on. And then that's credible because she knows and it's her. And people would believe that. And that could be a real explosive moment in the consciousness of the world. Wow.
Cool.
322. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that'd be awesome. Huh. Get this. So this is a fun way. I'll give you a little clue on this. So when I get large numbers in the numbers, I like to subtract. There's some favorite ones, go-to ones. I'll subtract other values and just see what comes up. So Tuesday, January 17th equals 322. And we're talking about Princess Diana. So Diana's full name is Diana Frances Spencer, which comes to 175, which comes to the word consciousness. And she was a light of consciousness for the people. So 322 minus 175, which is Diana Frances Spencer, that leaves you with a remaining number of 147. excuse me, and 147 comes to the trump card. And so I'm wondering, wow, maybe that's one of the trump cards. She has to be one of the trump cards that gets pulled. She has to be. Junior has to be. Trump's got a whole set of decks. He's got all these trump cards and joker cards that he can play. And she will be a major trump card that gets pulled when she gets revealed.
Absolutely.
What do we think about that, guys?
Pull cards, Chris. Let's pull some cards on this one.
I think it's going to happen. I really do. Let's see. That's crazy. Not again. Our Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles, the Judgment card again. Okay. And the Ten of Wands. So it's coming. It's happening. But she's going to make an announcement for sure. That's crazy.
Love it, Kristen. Absolutely on fire. You giving it to us straight like you always do. We love it.
And this is Truth, Ace of Swords. Yep.
Truth, 87, Justice, Junior. Wow, very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Nothing can stop what's coming. Nope.
We are breaking out of the matrix, and nothing can stop what is coming. You're right, Christine.
Right. Even if I lose my voice, I will still do the cards.
We love it. We love it. I like the raspy voice. It sounds nice. I like it. I like it. The different side, the sultry sound of the angelic angel of Arcana Shores. We love it.
There you go. So have you got any other thoughts or questions, both of you, that you wanted to bring up and we could have a look at before we maybe wrap up in a few moments?
You said 88 was Trump, right? That's the year I was born. So
that's the year you were born.
Yeah. Yeah,
brilliant.
Pretty cool. What about you, Jason? Do it.
And I'm 45. Do it 45. And I was born on April 5th. So there you go.
Yes.
There you go. April 5th is 45. Kristen, 88. Trump. You cannot stop the Wonder Twins. You cannot stop what is coming. Absolutely epic information, epic events that are about to take place. And Kristen is uncovering them one card at a time.
And Tom is too.
And Tom.
Yep. So cool.
We are cracking the code to the matrix.
Yeah. We're dissolving the code. We're dissolving the matrix.
Tom is breaking the matrix with all the gematria in his head. I cannot believe it. He is a genius. I am blown away. Blown away.
I know. This is so cool.
You said, so I was looking at another way to look at Diana's name from the 322, the skull and bones. So the Princess of Wales is 217. That comes to my name, Tom Sidney Bushnell, as well. But that leaves you with a remaining number, 105. 105 is savior. It's also triumph. It's Trump plus Q, so Q Trump or Trump 17, however you want to look at it. But then so that was 105, and I got that like a minute or two before you were talking about your date of birth, Jason. Yeah. So you said you're April. Yes. So April is 56, which is light, and then fifth is 49, which is green. As in kind of go green. 49 is crash, as in I guess a financial change. But it's also the word yes, light. So 56, April 5th comes to 105, and I was looking for another 105, but then I got it about a minute later when I did your birthday. 105, yeah, April 5th. And that's the remaining number from the 322, which is Tuesday, January 17th. And we're thinking in regards to Diana, and then Diana. Well, actually, Lady Diana Spencer also comes to 217. So you can see how this works. So If you do 175, so Lady Diana Spencer comes to, Lady Diana Frances Spencer, I should say, comes to 217, which also comes to the Princess of Wales, and that's what she is and was.
Yep.
217. And yeah. I'd forgotten this. So, or maybe I didn't even know this one. Should have done. It wasn't on the top of my head. Let's have a look. Where are we going with it? So, Diana Frances. Yeah, Frances. So, here we go. So Frances is 60. So her middle name is Frances, Frances. So Frances is the female version of Frances, you know. That's 66. That's woman. That's event. Thames, River Thames is next to just on the shore of where the Westminster Abbey is for her, in London. But so if you just do, Diana Spencer. Let's have a look at this. Diana Spencer, Lady Diana Spencer. So 109. Hang on.
And just to fill the air, our lineage does come from Wales, so we are Welsh for sure.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. There you go. I've got Welsh lineage as well. I did know this. I was getting confused. I did know this. So if you just do Lady Diana Spencer, that's 151. That's Jesus Christ, and it's also drained the swamp.
Oh.
So when she comes back, that will be another further part of. I mean, President Trump says the swamp's already been caught, and he's done that.
Right.
But maybe in terms of draining the swamp publicly for people, when Diana comes back, when Lady Diana Spencer returns, 151, Jesus Christ, and drain the swamp. Yeah, 151. Wow.
Cool.
Pretty cool. Alrighty. Any concluding remarks before we close it out?
I would like to know some things about Tom that are a little bit on the personal side, if that's okay.
Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
it depends how well. We'll see. So
What
I
kind
might
of music?
take the fit.
What kind of music do you listen to, Tom? What kind of music gets you gets you going?
Gets me going.
Yeah.
You know what? I like a bit of everything. If I like it, I like it. So I listen to all kinds of stuff. So from 80s pop to rock to classic rock to trance to classical. I was listening to Beethoven a few nights ago. I've been listening to some great kind of mashup mixes that I see on YouTube. I've got a brilliant playlist of all kinds of stuff, and I also tag. So I Shazam if I hear something I like wherever I am. I'm like, boom, what's that? And I'll get it and then put it on my playlist. So I like it. If I like it, I like it. It doesn't have to be from a certain genre. It can be from anywhere. But if it gets me, and I like it. And I think I'm like that with pretty much most things in life, Jason. If I like something, if it gets me, it doesn't really matter where it's from or who they are or what it is. I just if I resonate with it, if it makes me feel higher, then I'll go for it. Yeah. What about you? What do you like?
Oh my gosh! Right now, I mean, we grew up on Motown, so if I had to pick a particular genre, it would be Motown. I love Motown. We love Elvis for sure. But yeah, that's what I'm kind of into. We're kind of into the old stuff as well, and just the new stuff that's out right now is not too good. If you know what we mean, dark, deep cult, satanic songs. We're not into that, but definitely into raising our vibrations for sure with that good old time classical music, of course, classical rock as well. But yeah, we love the oldies.
Yeah.
Come on, a good bit of Enya 45. If you can't go wrong with a bit of Enya.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What do you like? Kristen, in
I'm a
music?
lot like, yeah, I'm a lot like you. If I like it, I like it. You know, I like all kinds of styles.
Yeah,
You know, and going far back to really old stuff.
yeah,
Definitely. Yep.
yeah,
I like my classical stuff in Sinatra, all that stuff. I like
yeah.
everything. Yep.
My Way with Sinatra. Yeah, I was listening to. So we had the World Cup on, as people know, and I was remembering previous soccer tournaments and pieces of music that they accompanied it with, and I remember one from '92 actually, and it was "Ode to Joy," Beethoven's. I think is it the Ninth Symphony, and there's a ninth in it, and there's a 125. There's a whole like verse of the description, but it's "Ode to Joy," and it was. I decided to get that on my playlist, and yeah. But there's a lot of catchy stuff, even like the stuff President Trump plays at his rallies. You know, some of those tunes are great, and a lot of the Patriot movement videos that they put out, like what's the one about the storm?
Oh yeah.
Silent Running. That's a really good catchy one. Particularly, it's very emotive when it's played to some of those Patriot movies that have been collaborated. Yeah, yeah. Any other questions, Jason? The music was cool. We can go for go for another one if you want.
I love having our guests, and we want to have you on the show as well. That's ARCANA Shores. I mean, Kristen is the Wonder Twins. Me and Kristen definitely want to have you on the show, and it would be a pleasure to have you on. We've had the Queen of Ravens on, also known as Janine, and she's amazing. Out of the different, I mean, I know you can't pick a favorite, but who do you enjoy the most coming onto your show?
Yeah.
Who is your best interview? Like, what do you kind of like? Like, who is your go-to when you're interviewing someone or having someone on your show? I don't want to cause any fights here. I know you don't have any favorites, but come on, Tom, give it to us.
Well, Janine, you can't really get better than Janine. Janine's great. I love Janine. She's and the shows are always so. It's always so just free flowing. It's like the stuff that we come up with in real time. That's why. So I love it. Janine just doesn't. She's not prepared in terms of any kind of pre-answer. She just reads the cards and boom, and then she'll get an intuition. She'll get a thought like Kristen had today with some numbers that just come in, and that's what happens with me with numbers. I have a whole kind of set of ingredients that I can draw on. I know what the numbers are and I know loads of references, but when something comes in, like I can't remember what they are, but we did those today and we came in with some new ones. So I do love the shows with Janine. I love doing the ones with Juan and with Mark Atwood and with Derek Johnson. Roseanne's fun, and I have up with Kathy, Mrs. Handy and Rachel, and I have ones that I do quite regularly with. But yeah, Janine's the shows I do with her are always magical. She's brilliant.
Absolutely. Yeah, we love the Queen of Ravens too. So shout out to her. Absolutely.
Love you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas comes from my birthday, actually. So Merry is 89. Sorry, 79, correction, which comes to the dove. It comes to mother, it comes to nature, it comes to wonder. Oh, you're talking about the Wonder Twins. There you go. So it comes to wonder. Ooh. And it comes to super, as in Superman, you've got Wonder Woman. But then the atomic number for gold is 79. And then Christmas is 110, but 70. So Merry Christmas is 189, which comes to February 15th. So my Aquarius birthday. Yeah. When's your birthday? I'm sure you told me this before, Kristen, when we spoke, but tell me your birthday again.
Mine is January 2nd.
Happy birthday very soon.
Thank you. Yeah.
So January 2nd, that's cool. So January 2nd is January's 90, 2nd is 60, which is 4. And you mentioned the word 4, and it's also diamond. It's economy, not January's 90, which is economy, which is boomerang. Huna Flash is 90 as well, buddy of mine. But so January 2nd comes to 150, which comes to Trump train. And it also comes to pull the plug. And if you're going to drain a swamp, I guess at some point you have to pull a plug or pull another plug. And Schwarzenegger says in Terminator 2, when he's talking about August 29th, he says, August 29th, 1997, they tried to pull the plug. So, yeah. So, what day of the week will that be then? So that will be a Tuesday. Is that right?
I think it
January
might
2nd.
Is it Tuesday? No, it'll be Monday.
Yeah.
It'll be a Monday. So, that's good. So Monday is first, 72. Money is 72. So January, let's have a look, January 2nd. Yeah. Ha! I do love this. So Monday is 72, which is first, which is money, which is river. I mentioned the River Thames earlier. But then 150. So that comes to 222, which is 1,000 years apiece. I mentioned that one earlier. And that comes to my birthday, my full birthday. So if you do February, if you do 15th of February, that comes to if you do February the 15th, that comes to 222, which is 1,000 years apiece, which is Monday, January 2nd, 222.
So cool. There's a connection there. Wow.
There is. And I got a 444 yesterday. I got two 4-4s yesterday, actually. So if we take your 222, my 222, that's 444. And that's a 111, which is perfection, which is New York, which is Kennedy magic, and then the 333 that we did with President Trump's Mar-a-Lago with the number there. But I got 2 4-4s yesterday, and 442 of them is 888, which is super powerful number. It's like the Trump number on steroids. It's 88 overlapping with another 88, so 888. Yeah, wow, 222, 1,000 years apiece. Bring it on, and we're still technically in 222.
That's
we're
right.
in 2022. Yeah. What day of the week will yours be this year, Jason?
I think mine's on a Wednesday. Definitely, I think it's on a Wednesday. Let me double check really quick. It is on a Wednesday. So April 5th is on a Wednesday. Going back to Kristen's birthday on the 2nd of January, Kristen, we've been pulling cards on like the financial system, what could happen, and you're getting a lot like 1, 2, or 2s or something happening on the 2nd.
Lots of 2s, yes.
And since New Year's Day falls on Sunday, the 1st is a Sunday, New Year's Day, it's a federal holiday the next day, Monday, the 2nd. All the banks are closed. Everything's going to be closed on the 2nd of January in 2023. So maybe something is going to happen. Maybe the flip of the switch is going to occur on Monday, the 2nd, since it's a federal holiday. All federal buildings, banks, everything's going to be closed on the 2nd. So something definitely could be happening that day. Stay tuned, Soul Tribe. Stay tuned, Psych Club. Things are about to get bumpy, if you know what we mean.
Yeah, we saw that in the cards a couple of times this past week.
Absolutely.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Let's hope. Let's bring it on. I feel very optimistic and grateful and excited for 2023, for sure. Because as time goes on, it's inevitable. The further on we go in the game, then the further on we get to where we want to go, you know?
Absolutely. Yep.
So, alrighty. Well, it's been a lot of fun, you guys. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you. And yeah, I'd love to come on your show in the next few weeks. That would be awesome. That'd be a lot of fun. And where can people find you? I'll put the links below. You've got your YouTube, ARCANA Shores.
ARCANA Shores, and I could send you the link. Yes. Okay,
awesome. And you're on Telegram as well?
Telegram and Instagram, yes.
Awesome. All righty. We'll put those below. So go and follow the twins. And actually, let me see. So you go by the Wonder Twins, yeah?
Yeah, that's our name. Yeah.
That's your name. So I should know this. I'm just going to double check. So yeah, so twin is 66, event happy. And then twins is 85, awakening. Ooh. Storm, silver. So the Wonder Twins. Here we go. So Wonder Twins.
This is so fascinating.
We got a 164. Do you remember earlier? A 164. I'm trying. What was it related? So I did a 164, which was the mothership. The mothership 164, but it was in relation to something else, wasn't it? Was it in relation to? We'll go back and watch it. But anyway, Wonder Twins is 164, and then if you do there, that takes you to 197. Wow, that's actually that's actually Diana Spencer Trump 197. So yeah,
very powerful. It was a pleasure to be on your show with the Psych Club. Given that I'm a psychologist, it's great to be part of the Psych Club. And Tom, it's a pleasure coming on, and we can't wait to have you on the Arcana Shores with the Wonder Twins. 1000%.
Yeah,
thanks, Jason. That would be cool. We'll enjoy that. Have I done? So Jason is 59, Joker, like Joker card, a Trump card, and then Kristen is KR. So yeah, KRISTIN. EN.
Oh yeah.
That's cool. So Jason plus, so Kristen is 96, which is February, which is Atlantis, which is a spaceship. And it's Mel Gibson as well, interesting enough. I was watching Braveheart the other night, but
I love him.
he's great, yeah. And he did the editor's cut on Sound of Freedom, actually, 160. So where are we going? So 155, take away 96. Yeah, so Jason plus Kristen is 155. 155 is the millennium. So again, the 1,000 years of peace, or 8,000 years of peace, is 222, which is your birthday this 2nd of Jan. So cool. Wow. Alrighty, folks. Thanks, listeners. I'll put the links below, so go over and subscribe to all the Twins content. And if you haven't already done so on the Tom Numbers Show and Psych Club, my 2 YouTube channels, subscribe to both of those, and Telegram and Rumble and Truth Social and Twitter and all of those. That would be awesome. And a very Merry Christmas, guys and girls. And thank you, Jason. Thank you, Kristen. We'll see both of you very soon. Have a great Christmas, and you take care.
You too.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
See you guys. Take care. Bye. Bye.